guys, welcome back to the channel. Hopefully everybody's having a wonderful day, had a great workout, had a great week. I know I'm having a great week, and this pre-workout that I want to review for you guys, I had it for a while and I really haven't touched it because of the way it hits. And once you know the companies behind it, you're gonna be like, okay, I understand. So and I got this when it first came out. Literally when it first came out, like when David Ferguson and GGH did their review, I literally ordered it the following week and it got shipped to me. So the pre-workout that I'm reviewing for you guys is Apollon Nutrition and Panda. Their FACEOFF pre-workout. Literally says right here, FACEOFF. Now, this is a tough cover. Like, look at these graphics, bro. These are like holographic. It shines and it kind of gives you a different look when the light hits it. So it's pretty cool. You got, I believe this is like a gladiator fighting a jacked up panda, which is pretty cool because, you know, Panda is always up there with the graphics. Also, Apollon Nutrition is up with the graphics as well. And kudos to them for actually giving it a name, because I remember the Black Market and Panda, they didn't really have a name. It was just a collab, and it was kind of different. So I love the name FACEOFF, and they're literally facing off in here. I want to get into the flavor, I'll get into the ingredient profile, and let you know how it did in the gym, and if you should pick this up. If you love Apollon, then you'll probably pick it up anyways. If you love Panda, maybe not. So when it came down to the flavor, it does give you a blue venom flavor. That's what it says right here, blue venom. But it's just blueberry and lime flavor. And also, I don't know, it's like a theme with Panda. They do have the same flavor for the original Rampage Blue Venom. That's why it's actually a blue tub that I have back there. And it pretty much tastes the same. So you will get a raspberry acidic vibe to it because of the lemon. But it gives it that kick at the end, like when you down it. But again, this is not like anything that's gonna give you acid reflux, heartburn throughout the day. Nah, it's just gonna give you like that pucker from the lemon, and then you got that raspberry flavor. So again, when it came to the flavor, I'll give it like 8 out of 10, just because I don't like to deal with too much sourness, and when you burp, you kind of feel that throughout your workout. So let's get into the ingredient profile, and I'll let you know how it did and my experience on this, and why it took me a while to even touch it again. So supplement facts are the 2 scoop serving is 25.3 grams. Now, they are doing the 1 scoop, 2 scoop thing. So 1 scoop is 12.7 grams. So when you put the scoop on the digital scale, it's gonna be off by a gram. So if you're gonna take 1 scoop, it's gonna be 11 grams. So you will have to put 1.7 grams if you're gonna do 1 scoop serving. And then at the 2 scoop serving size, you will have to add an additional like almost 3 grams, if I'm correct with the math. Honestly, it was kind of off, but not by a lot. So if not bad at all, honestly. So they also are saying you could do a 20-40 because of the 1 scoop, 2 scoop serving, but it is what it is, and this is how they like to do their serving size for this pre-workout. Now, the first ingredient you are getting in here is some chloride from pink Himalayan salt at 380 milligrams. And I'm reading the 2 scoop level because if I go back and forth, it's going to be a lot. So the next ingredient we are getting is some sodium, again from pink Himalayan salt at 180 milligrams. So the next ingredient we are getting in here is some L-citrulline at 8,000 milligrams or 8 grams. That is a great amount, honestly, to get a decent pump no matter what. So for me, at 8 grams, close enough, honestly. Only 2 grams short of the clinical dose. The next ingredient we are getting in here is some beta alanine at 3,500 milligrams, 3.5. So for me, anything above 3 grams, good enough. I will feel the beta tingles, the sense of urgency to start moving within the first 20-30 minutes, because that's how usually all betas end up hitting anyways. So the next ingredient we are getting in here is some L-tyrosine at 2,000 milligrams. A hefty dose of L-tyrosine, if I might say. And the next ingredient we are getting in here is some lion's mane mushroom at 1,000 milligrams. But you know, with Panda, they're always gonna want to throw in that lion's mane in there. That's like their go-to nootropic to add into any pre-workout. So I love them for that. And remember, lion's mane also helps you with your brain function and your brain health. Helps with memory as well. David Fredrickson knows more about all these ingredients than anybody else. So I'll add his review on the bottom down here if you're interested in hearing about all the ingredients, because he goes one by one and he goes hard with this one. So the next ingredient we are getting in here is some alpha GPC, getting at 50% at 800 milligrams. Now, I love me some alpha GPC, but 800 milligrams, that's going to give you more than a laser focus. You are going to be in the zone for a while at 800 milligrams. That's a stack label, but remember, this is Apollon and Panda, so Apollon is gonna go hard. Remember all of Apollon pre-workouts, they are pretty stacked themselves, so expect less from them, and especially if they're doing a collab with Panda. Now, the next ingredient we are getting in here is some sodium chloride, more sodium chloride from pink Himalayan salt at 500 milligrams. Add that up with the 8 grams of citrulline, you are gonna get a lot of pumps and a lot of hydration factors. So you don't need to add anything on this for a pump, honestly. Now, the next ingredient we are getting in here is some N-phenylene citrate, which is Aureia genesis at 400 milligrams. So you already know you're going to be feeling that buzz at 400 milligrams. Now, let's get into the energy profile, because we are getting 3 different sources of caffeine in here. Now, we are getting caffeine genesis at 300 milligrams, caffeine citrate at 200 milligrams, and we are getting some decaffeinated malate at 200 milligrams. So in total, this pre-workout will have you with 700 milligrams of caffeine from 3 different sources. So you're gonna be on one and you're gonna be flying. This is a strong pre. And honestly, this is one of the strongest or more caffeinated pre-workouts that I've tried in a while. And this I bought when I first came out. I just started, so this really was a lot for me at the time. And when I took it again, it's still a lot. So the next ingredient we are getting in here is some L-methylene HCl. Sorry if I chopped that up, at 100 milligrams. And we are getting some ibuprofen at 60 milligrams. We are getting some estrogen at 50 milligrams of the absorption, and some alpha yohimbine yielding at 90%, 2 milligrams. And that is the full label. Now, again, when it comes to Apollon, they stacked their ingredients to the Raptors, especially the caffeine. And this came with a warning label, like warning right here. You got to be careful with this pre. And it says extremely high stimulant. Start with 1/4 of a scoop to gag tolerance. They're not playing, honestly. Look at this. So when I got it, I was a little scared to take it. But once I read the ingredient profile, I was like, okay. Still a little scared. 700 milligrams with the alpha yo and all this alpha GPC. So let's see what it does in the gym. So this one, I have only taken it twice, and there's a reason for it. So the way I took this twice. One at the 2 scoop level and the 1 scoop level. So at the 2 scoop level, this thing smacked the crap out of me. Like, this just had me going. I guess it was because of so much caffeine in there, and then the Aureia with the alpha GPC at like that high 800 milligram level, and then you got the yohimbine it kind of came in as a strong pre-workout that does slap. And first 15 minutes, that's when you start feeling betas. You start feeling that sense of urgency. You start moving. In the cardio machine, when I was, walking, and it started flowing through my body, you start like waking up fast. And then when that lion's mane kicks in, you start feeling good. And then that raya, you start just feeling like in an all around like energetic kind of bubble high. And you're still alert, you're able to do everything. It's just a line. You're like, because of the caffeine, and you're just going and going and going. And honestly, the only negative thing I had to say was like my heart rate. It was really up. And I guess it was because of so much caffeine. And I was just like, oh, boo. I did a machine. And after I got off the machine, my heart rate went down. But then when I got back on it, the experience was the same. So all around, like, it first started hitting me good, but then it kind of went sideways with the heart rate action. And for me, I don't like feeling that heart rate like coming, like if my heart is coming out my chest. I don't like feeling that way at all. Because back in the day when I first started working out, I took a pre-workout called Craze, and that joint had me gone. And I've never tried out any pre-workout, so Craze did hit me really hard. So it reminded me of that pre-workout and that experience. So I was like, okay, let me take a deep breath. Let me pass this hour. Let's see if it dwindles down. Heart rate kept going up. Doom, 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 doom. So all in all, I was able to finish my workout, but it wasn't like a nice experience for me. Maybe because of it was too much caffeine. Now shifting over to the 1 scoop level, when I did take it at the 1 scoop level, which was half at 350 milligrams of the caffeine and half of all the rest of the ingredients, I still felt that heart rate action, like do. I don't know what it is, or like the combination of ingredients was like too high up, maybe too much alpha GPC, maybe too much Araya mixed with the alpha yo, with the lion's mane, and the caffeine kind of like gave you that bad effect, and the other ingredients, I don't know. But I kind of felt the same thing, but not so intense at the 2 scoop level. But at the 1 scoop level, I did feel like that heart rate action. Now, again, that's just my experience in the sense that it was like, head-wise, you're in a bubble, you're feeling good, but that heart rate is the only thing that bothered me. And if you like, feeling that heart rate action, then maybe this pre-workout is for you. I know Panda and Apollon have this on their website, especially Panda, because even though this was a limited edition, but they ended up making more because of the way that it flew off the shelves the first couple weeks. So for me, all around, flavor-wise, like I said, it was like an 8 out of 10. And then experience-wise, again, I would give this an 8 out of 10 just because of that heart rate action. And I didn't like feeling that way. It wasn't like death feeling or anything like that, but it was kind of annoying because you would hit, a set of dumbbells or a set of, or you would do like bench, and you'll do 15, let's say, or if you're doing like 25 plates to warm up, your heart rate is already, and then you get up and it goes back down. You do another exercise, it goes again. So for me, maybe that's how my body ingested it and how it went. But again, I would give this just an 8 out of 10 because of the simple fact of the heart rate action. And, it kind of makes you think twice and takes away from that mental feel-good scenario that you're already having. So like my mind, I was feeling excellent, but the heart rate, boom. And I'm like, damn, this is messing with me. This is messing with me. And it kind of sticks in your mind. So like you're just focusing on one thing. And while you're working out, you just have to ride it out. So all in all, it's a great product. I'm just not a fan of the Apollon Nutrition stacking everything to the Raptors with their ingredients. But I'll give this an 8 out of 10. So if you don't mind the heart rate action, then pick this up right here at Panda Supps with my discount code. Also, NutriCartel carries it. And if you want, you can head over to Apollon or hit me up on my Gmail. And I'll let this one go. Just hit me up. because I did put on Instagram how much I'm selling my pre-workouts for. So, because I got to get rid of the shelves because I have a lot of them coming in and I want to do the reviews for you guys, but I can't stack anymore. So with that, guys, I'll catch you on the next video.